Depending on where you live, you may have spray-on texture on your walls, and that's a whole other ball game, so that when you've repaired something on the wall, you're having a heck of a time trying to figure out how to achieve the texture that was on the wall. Spray-on finish is used a lot, in certain areas. It goes on like this, and then after it's been allowed to set up for a few minutes, it wipes, and it gives you, this is called a knockdown texture. It gives you something like that. Or if with the finer, they give you a couple of different nozzles so that you can get a finer spray, and that gives you something like this. But that's completely impossible to achieve, and you'll be wondering, what the heck, how'd they do this? And then this is the, without any of the nozzles, you can get this effect. So you can see there are three very different effects. So you might want to look for a can of this if you're having a really hard time matching the wall texture in your house. We've come to that part of the show where I like to talk about progress. Take home repair, for example. In days of yore, many homes were made from wattle and daub. Wattle was made from sticks woven together into a frame, and daub was an evil-smelling mixture of manure and muck that formed the walls and even the furniture in homes. If something broke, you had many options for fixing it. Wattle and daub, a little wattle, or simply daub. With progress, though, we have become more sophisticated. We've got power tools, hand tools, air compressor tools, Tim Allen signature tools. And when we want to fix something, we don't just whip up some smelly old wattle and daub. We pile the family into the new van, drive 6 miles to the new home center, load up a cart with new supplies and tools, and then stop for a burger at the counter they have on the way out, and then pile back into the van, except now everybody's kind of cranky because, you know, somebody has to be strapped to the roof to make room for the new materials. But then you finally get home and no one wants to help unload, so you pile the stuff into the garage yourself, and then it sits there for 6 months because you just don't have time to start the job. Which is all pretty sophisticated compared to the 10 minutes it took to mix up some wholesome daub and slap it on the cracks in the wall. Call me nostalgic, but I kind of miss the old days. Until next time on A Repair to Remember, I'm Meg Ruffman.